Good morning and happy Sunday, good people.
Good morning. Good morning.
We
Let me
are
see where
back
some
for
of y'all at
another
on here.
episode. Probably still asleep. I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind
we
being
fin.
asleep my damn self.
We about to wake their ass up. I need
Wake
them
on
to
up.
get up.
So
All right. All right.
we've been going over a little bit of pro football, getting you guys ready for your fantasy football drafts. We will have another fantasy football show this coming Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time to go over the players to avoid in your draft. Um, think that's going to be a good show. But today we've got our college football season preview. We've
Yep.
actually got first games coming up next week, week zero.
Yes, sir. I'm ready for it too. Y'all bear with me today. My sinus is draining, but I'm in here.
He allergic to the podcast. That's what it is.
I'm allergic to. I don't know what I'm allergic to, but damn.
Whoopsie yo. Hey, so today we're gonna go over a couple of subjects. Actually, let me pull the subjects up real quick so I have them in front of me. We are going to go over who's overrated, who's underrated. We're also going to go over what non-power five teams could make the playoff run. The Heisman Watch, who's your sleeper. Um, top three things I'll be watching for, he'll be watching for, and coaches on the hot seat. So I think we got a pretty good show ahead of us.
Most definitely. Um, I, precursor before the show come, I did not go all SEC because I know you probably got 90% SEC. I made sure I tapped every conference that I could possibly tap.
Well, I looked at everything in a whole scope. So when it comes to researching for these shows, I try to leave out bias. And when we talk about these things, you will understand that what I just said is the absolute truth.
Yeah, I can tell by what you got on today.
Hey man, I'm gonna represent my team, good or bad. But my
Let's go,
thoughts,
Nico.
but see, I kick you out the show right now. So with that being
Uh,
said, let's get right on to it. Um,
let's do it.
overrated teams. How many you got?
I got two.
I got four.
I know. I know. I got two.
Let me hear your two, and I tell you if they on my four.
We'll alternate. I'm gonna give you my first one. I'm gonna save my first one because it's a haymaker. I'm
Okay.
gonna give you my first overrated team.
All right.
I took the Indiana Hoosiers.
Ooh, not on my list.
They are ranked number 20. They had an easy schedule last season. They played two contending teams last year, and they got the hell beat out of them both times, which was Ohio State and Notre Dame. Uh, Kurt Signetti, Kirk Signetti, the head coach of the team, they got 20 transfers coming in. They got a harder schedule this season. They play three top 15 teams. They play Illinois, Ohio State, and Oregon. Uh, they got the Cal transfer coming, Fernando Mendoza.
Mendoza. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had an okay season. He had the 55th best QBR, which that's middle of the pack, and he only had 16 touchdowns last season. He's not mobile, which might be a problem with those fast defensive linemen in the Big Ten. So uh, I don't know if they'll just be that runaway locomotive that they turned into last year.
Uh, They didn't make my list for the simple fact they hit the transfer portal hard. I think when they got smacked in the mouth, they realized, yeah, we're a pretty decent team, but we need to add. We need to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
So Mendoza was their main target going into the portal, and they went and got him. And I think he's going to work out good for him. But like you
Yep.
said, he's not a mobile quarterback. So hopefully they protect him because if he goes down, their season is down the drain.
Yeah, it's checkmate.
My number one, well, I ain't gonna say my number one because all four of these could be number one on somebody's overrated list. Michigan,
Mm,
they are ranked number 14 in the poll. Yes, they bring in Bryce Underwood as a freshman starting quarterback. Yeah, he hadn't
mm,
seen the big time yet, so that's gonna be rough for him. It's still the Big Ten. Big Ten's brutal. They got Ohio State there. They got several other teams that can punch you in the mouth and keep on rolling, um,
mm.
despite what you've done. Their coach, he's suspended what 4 games now.
I think so. They just ran into a little trouble, but they avoided getting banned from postseason play and vacating that national championship. But they got in a little trouble.
Harbaugh got the show clause.
Yep,
Then that other I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but that assistant coach he got the show clause too. So you could
is
say that
that
Harbaugh is not coming back to the college football ranks.
Connor Stallions? I think
Yeah,
that's his
that's it.
name.
That is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Michigan lost a lot this year from their roster. That's gonna mean
Hmm.
that would be meaningful to have. So they're number one on my list. Since you got a second one, just a second one, I'll go ahead and give you one more. South Carolina at number 13.
I looked at
Um,
them.
I like Lenore Sellers. I like everything about the kid. But they're still a young team. It's still the
Hmm.
SEC, and they don't have depth at wide receiver. Once you get past, I can't remember the one receiver's name, but the second receiver is Mazio Bennett. If you get past them, then if one of them drops off, the receiving game's out the window.
I'm with you. I actually looked at them too, and I wasn't too impressed by what I seen. So I understand why you got them on there. So my next overrated team, it's a doozy. I'm gonna tell you, it's a doozy. It's
Okay.
Texas.
Ooh, I can see that.
So they lost 12 starters to the NFL. This what let me know. I said this on the last show. It's never been a team coming into the season number one that was an underdog in their first game. So that lets me know right off the top that they don't even believe the voters, whoever come up with this AP top 25, they don't believe Texas is the best team in the country. They play Ohio State. And late September to November, they do not have no home games. They got one home game, and I believe it's early November. So they got 6 straight road games. Of course, they play Oklahoma. That's the state fair game or whatever. Um, the jury is still out on Arch Manning. Everybody's just like he's the next big great thing. The jury's still out because we don't know. They lost their Outland Trophy winner, Kelvin Banks, last year. A lot of people don't know Texas has back-to-back Outland Trophy winners. They both gone to the NFL. They lost their top two targets in Matthew Golden and Isaiah Bond. They play both of the teams that they lost to last year, including they lost 2 times to Georgia last year. They played Georgia in November at Georgia. So I feel like Texas got to prove that they this team that everybody think they're gonna be. And if they lose this first game to Ohio State, especially if it's not close, that's not gonna be a good look.
Yeah, and I can agree that they should be on the overrated list for the simple fact of everything that you just said. But I think they still have a good enough team and what they're doing down there that they'll still be up there in that top 10 when the
Yeah, most definitely.
season's all said and done. So
See, I wouldn't have no problem if they was like number 4 or number 5 or number 6 or something like that. But if you put a team number one, if Ohio State was ranked number one right now and they was playing Texas, Ohio State wouldn't be the underdog. Ohio State is number 3 in the country. Texas is number one, but you got the number 3 as a favorite over the number 1.
So now that's in the AP top 25 that Ohio State is number 3. In the coaches
Mm-hmm.
poll, they number 2, and they on my overrated list.
Who Ohio State is?
Ohio State is on my overrated list. Um, I mean, you just lost Will Howard, who was a steady quarterback for you. Um, you got Jeremiah Smith. That's gonna help you a long way. But the rest of your receivers are talented but unproven because you lost Emeka Mbuka. He's
Mm-hmm.
gone to the pros. Um, and you just won a national championship. You, it's gonna be hard to come back from that because you're a target. If you on somebody's schedule, everybody got that circle because they want to be the one to knock off the defending national champion.
See,
I
I
don't.
agree with you, but I think their receiving core is probably one of the best in the country because Cardinal Tate, he the
Darnell
real
Tate.
deal.
They brought in Chris
Well,
Henry
I
Jr.
think they're gonna fall off at yeah, from the son of the Cincinnati, the one that passed
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, I think they're gonna fall off at, and I almost put them overrated. The running backs that they lost,
yeah.
Quinshawn Judkins and Travion Henderson. Now that's
And
why I think they're gonna struggle.
and Henderson been showing out preseason.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, New
I
England got him one.
They sure do. Ramondre is over.
Yep. All right. So no, you look like you had something to say. Go ahead. What you got
No,
to say?
no, I'm sitting up because I was listening to what you were saying.
Do you want to guess? Just take a wild guess who my other overrated team is.
I can pretty much guess. Are they in the SEC?
They're in the SEC.
Alabama,
Nope.
Georgia?
Nope. You got one more guess.
Well, I know it ain't Tennessee because you ain't
Yes,
gonna
it
be that
is.
honest.
Yes, it is. God damn it. Yes, it is. Tennessee is overrated right now, sir.
I can't believe it. They number 24.
Still, well, in one poll they 18. Coaches poll is 18. I like going off the coaches poll, but yeah, the AP top 25 is standard. But Tennessee is overrated in my opinion. We just lost our starting quarterback with a whole bunch of controversy. You got our one of our star defensive players, Boo Carter, in the midst of another controversy. We lost Dylan Sampson. We lost half our receiving core. I believe Joey Aguilar, he's going to be a decent replacement, but he's still got to come in. He's got to learn that offense. You got you got two other quarterbacks that's trying to take his job before he even has the job. Right now, Tennessee has too many unknowns to me to be in that top 25. It's still the SEC. You got
I get it.
you you got to play the SEC schedule. If you don't
I get it.
win over half of your SEC schedule, you are nowhere near the top 25. And I don't think we have the team to do it right now.
Oh, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. The
Hey,
man.
bro, I told you
Oh.
when it comes to this show, you got to throw out the bias. You got to throw out the bias. You got to be brutally honest with
I,
yourself.
I don't have no deep analysis, but I would give you one more, and it was going to be Alabama, but I took them off. I just don't see it. And I think if they start off slow, or if they don't look like, Alabama, once you used to a standard, it's got to look a certain way. You got an unproven quarterback coming in. You lost Jalen Milrow. Now you do got a Heisman, outside Heisman candidate, and Ryan Williams, the wide receiver. He's been terrific. Um, but other than that, Alabama got a bunch of unknowns coming into this season, and it hasn't happened in a while.
So Alabama just got they got Ryan Grubb, right? Did they get him as the
Mm-hmm.
offense coordinator now? He was the previous offense coordinator under their head coach when he was at Washington, and the offense looked good. They've got Ty Simpson, who from Martin, Tennessee. I think he better fits that type of offense than Jalen Milrow did. It was a couple times last year that they were thinking about sitting Jalen Milrow on the bench.
I remember that.
Um, but I didn't put Alabama in there because I feel like this second year they could make a jump.
Well, they better. Ain't they ranked number 8?
Somewhere around there.
They pretty high up there.
What's up, Trail? Is that Ken Trail?
Yeah, he's a Michigan fan.
Mm. I'm glad he missed the first part of the show. Then
He probably did. Yeah, he fan.
go back and watch it. All right, you say you got two underrated.
Yeah, I do. I forgot about the underrated. How many underrated you got?
I got four,
Yeah, go ahead. Give me two of yours.
two of them. All right. Let me start out with Clemson.
That is mine, number one.
Okay. I mean, they got Cade
Wow.
Klubnik back. He is a NFL caliber quarterback. He's going. I don't know where he's gonna go, but he's gonna go. They could end up being top five. I mean, they got ACC schedule. Um, Dabo Swinney's finally starting to realize he's got to hit the transfer portal. Although he's pretty good at developing people, they
Mhm.
um they're gonna be sneaky this year.
Yep. So I got them ranked number 4, but they don't get a lot of respect because the ACC don't get a lot of respect. But I think Clemson is legit. They are projected to have the most returning players in the country. They returning 8 starters on offense and defense. You talked about Cade Klubnik. He's on the short list of the preseason Heisman Watch. And in some ranks, they have him right now projected as the number 1 overall pick in the draft over Archman. So that's something to look out for.
Arch
I
Man's not
think the
going.
big test, I don't think he is either. The big test for Clemson, they first game, LSU. I think that'll tell a lot about where Clemson is as a team. And they got that very last game of the season against South Carolina. So you got two good SEC opponents. If you can show good and you can handle business against them, I think that throws all doubt out the window. Also, if you ain't paying attention to this team, they got one of the best defensive fronts in the country. And they got Peter Woods and TJ Parker on this defensive line. Clemson may run through the ACC. This conference might be over with very soon.
When
But I
it,
will give you a sneaky team to watch because I didn't put them in my underrated. Uh, we respect the powerhouses, the blue bloods, but I think SMU is a pretty damn good college football team. They have adjusted to being, and it's a power four now because the Pac-10 is gone, but they have adjusted very well to the ACC.
Pac-10 will be back next year.
Yeah, they adding some more teams, but it was only two
Yeah.
teams in there last year.
Yep. Um,
So yeah, I got
real quick hit on Clemson. When they won their national championships, everybody think it was the offensive players they had because they had a few people to get drafted. It was always when they had a good defense,
you. Yep.
and they should
You
have a
better
good
look.
defense this year.
You better look and see where Christian Wilkins and Dexter Lawrence and all them came from.
So you got my other another team I've got on there is one of the nation's most explosive offenses. They've got Miller Moss, who originally started out at USC, and they got returning weapons. So I got Louisville on here as underrated.
Okay.
I think they'll be a team to watch this year. They will. I think they'll finish in the top 25. Uh, Currently I know on the coaches poll they're out of the top 25. They're not even in top 25 on the AP top 25. So they'll sneak in there.
I like that. Give me give me one more.
We've already talked about them. You've got them overrated. I've got them underrated. Indiana.
Indiana.
Yep.
Indiana.
because, like I said, I went off the coaches poll. I had them at 19. I think they might finish in the top 10 if they could, if they play well.
Those games, they got three top 15s, and like I said, Illinois, Ohio State, and Oregon. If they can win two of them, then I'm like, okay, they not overrated. They actually legit. But I feel like they got to win at least two of them.
I I like their coach Kurt. He's a
I
good
like him
coach.
too.
He's a good coach, and I think he's good at making adjustments. Once they got punched in the mouth, like I said, he started evaluating what he needs to do to get his team right. They hit that portal hard. Now if they could just have those players that they brought in and the rest of that team ready for this year, they'll be a team to watch in my eyes.
So you've got
That's three. I got one more.
Clemson, Indiana, and Louisville.
Yep.
Okay, so my last underrated is Texas Tech.
Ooh, I can see that.
So Texas Tech signed the second best class behind LSU with 21 transfers coming in. They got the quarterback. How you say his name? Barron Morton. I think that's how you say his first name. He's going to look to capitalize on the season he had last year, having over 3,000 yards and 27 touchdowns, all while having an injured shoulder. He had his surgery on his shoulder in the offseason. Uh, Reports is, as I was seeing, he's 100% and they ready to go. They also have the highest payroll in the Big 12. You know that Texas money hit a little different.
That old money, or as us black
Yeah,
folks
that
say,
oil money hit a
that
little
that
different.
that Earl money.
Yes, sir. That Earl money it hit a little different. Uh, Let me say this about the Big 12. The Big 12 got a bunch of good teams, but not a bunch of great teams. And it's like they all stacked right there together. And it's like every game in the Big 12, they always go down to the wire. That is a great conference. I really like that conference. That's a slept on conference right there. I really like it.
You right.
But Texas Tech,
I like that take. Because they have when I spent that money. But on that other underrated team, I'm taking the team that has a little bit of continuity. They just had 11 wins, which is a program record. They returned 14 starters, and they in the Big 12. Iowa State.
hmm, Iowa State.
They play next week. Kansas State. Kansas State's ranked. That's gonna be a good game. Don't
It
don't
is.
don't call me Thursday next week talking about hey what you doing because if you ain't got the TV on what I'm watching you don't know what I'm doing anyway.
Mm-mm. We ain't got nothing to talk about.
Nothing. I can't wait to tune into that game. I like when the first game of the season is a game worth watching. I don't care where you're at in this country. You ain't gotta like the Big 12, but you know those two teams' names if you stay tuned in to college football, and you know they are gonna show up to play.
Absolutely. I like that. I like the Big 12 this year, man. I'm telling y'all, y'all think the Big 12 is gonna be a good, very interesting. It's gonna go down to the wire this year.
Oh, you say Cheryl, you say Alabama, Miami, Illinois are your overrated or underrated?
Oh, over.
He think they're overrated?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So next segment of our show is what non-power five teams could make a playoff run. Now before we get into this, the ground rules matter. 12-team college football playoff. The five highest ranked conference champs are automatically in, then you got seven at large. The top four
Mm-hmm.
champs get buys, which means at least one group of five champ is basically locked into the bracket.
Is it fair if I took a team out the Big 12?
I mean, if you feel like it's fair,
Fuck it, they in there.
I
I'm
mean,
taking it.
you got to give me your opinion. So hey, I mean, they're not going to be the conference champ, but you feel like they can be in, right?
Yeah, I took them. I tell you the team that I left out for them. I took out Boise State and put them in there.
Ooh,
I feel like Boise State, it's like they the Power Five cousin. Like they not in the Power Five conference, but they always good, and somehow they always get their ass in the BCS or the playoff. They just always good. So me saying Boise State, that ain't much as a surprise. I want to get you to sit up and be like, man, let me see what this man finna say. So
I did.
give me. I'll go ahead and I'll give you it. It's
No, it's
BYU.
not. I was gonna tell you time out. I was gonna go over, it, but yeah, run it. Let's see what you're talking about.
I took BYU. They looking to capitalize off. They had a hell of a season last year. Jake Retzloff, he's no longer there. They got the Bachmeier brothers from Stanford, the wide receiver and the quarterback. Their names are Bear and Tiger. Uh, they both are Stanford transfers, as I just said. They got a strong defense. They got some transfers coming in from Texas, Utah, and Michigan. Andrew Gentry is an offensive lineman that's transferring from Michigan. He's coming to BYU, so they're looking up to beef their front lines on both sides. They had the highest interception per game rating last season, and they got one of the slept-on best defensive coordinators in the country in Jay Hill, and he does not get enough credit that he deserves. BYU, ever since he's been there, has pretty much had a top defense. If you watch them play against Colorado in that bowl game, they pretty much shut Colorado down. Like it wasn't even worth watching. Like honestly, you know how I feel about Coach Prime and Shador, and Colorado, and all that shit, but they shut them down. They made Colorado look very pedestrian, and I think they got a chance to sneak in and get one of those what they call them wild card spots or whatever in the college football
Yeah,
playoff.
I can see it. I definitely see it. But my top team to make it in, of course, you just said you kept them off your list because you put BYU in. I think Boise State is the number one
Boise
team to
State.
go in there. I mean, they got some
Yeah.
leverage games. They at University of South Florida. They at Air Force. They play App State at home. They at Notre
Mm-hmm.
Dame. So if they win versus Notre Dame or they run the table, they're gonna be the front runner. I mean, they got Madsen back, the quarterback. They got a veteran offensive line. They still got weapons at tight end and wide receiver. The running back room is going to be running back by committee, so you can't key in on one running back and try to shut just one running back down, to which Ashton Genty was. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to spread the ball out this year. I think they have a very good chance of being that team getting back in.
Okay. How many not sleeper teams you got?
Uh, I put Boise State as my number one, but I had one, two, three, four, five teams, six teams that you should keep your eye on. I'm not going to go into detail of those teams. I'm just going to give you their names. You got Memphis in the AAC. You got Tulane in the AAC. You got James Madison in the
Mm-mm.
Sun Belt. You got Liberty in Conference USA. University of Texas San Antonio in the AAC. Toledo in the MAC. Those will all be Power Five teams. I mean, Group of Five teams that you should watch this year.
Heck.
What?
Tulane is my number one team.
Okay, that means
Very good.
we right there.
So I give you a little info on Tulane, but I do like your list. Another one I seen as I was doing my research, didn't put them in there for some reason. They're high on Hawaii this year,
Mm,
but Tulane has been to three straight AAC conference championship games. Uh, Same coaching staff coming back. ESPN Analytics gives Tulane a 24% chance to reach the college football playoff, and that's the highest among non-Power 5 teams. They got a game against Ole Miss this year to prove that they are actually relevant and prove that they are actually a contender. I don't even think they have to win that game, but if they can at least keep it close, because I'm sure it's going to be high scoring, but I think if they can at least keep it close, maybe like 35-38 or something like that, I think they proved they belong. They lost a few starters, but they gained a bunch of transfers, including the aforementioned Jake Retzloff that left BYU to come to Tulane.
So while you on Tulane, say Boise State drops a few. With Memphis or Tulane, if they have 11-2 season and win the AAC championship, that gives them the opportunity for the auto bid.
Yep. And I should have put Memphis on there because one of my good friends, his son plays for Memphis. It's my nephew, I call him. Jaden Marable. He's a defensive. I think he plays on the defensive line. So I am rooting for Memphis. I hope they do make it. I would love to see him on national TV and get that shine that he deserves. So I am rooting for Memphis.
When I was in high school playing football, I knew I wasn't good enough to go to Tennessee. Plus, I didn't have the grades. So Memphis was my choice of schools that I wanted to go to. I couldn't get in there either.
Mm. Hey man, it's
So
understandable.
kids, if you want to play college football, you better get them grades right. I don't care how much money they got on the table. As a matter of fact, get your grades right just for the simple fact you might get paid more in college than you do in the pros.
Right now, you damn sure will.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
you go to college if you play your cards right, have your parents and team manage your money right. You don't have to go pro. You got enough money to start a business with whatever degree that you get while you out. So play your cards right.
Free game from
Mm.
the honorary Magic's bets.
Hey man, it is what it is.
Heisman Watch list, T.
Hey man, you got the front runners. The front runners are there. You got Arch Manning front runner, Garrett Newsmeyer front runner, Kay Klubnik front
That's,
runner, and Jeremiah Smith
those are
front runner.
those are two out of my three. You said Garrett Nussmeyer and Cade Klubnik. I gave you a sleeper, Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame.
I've got him listed as a contender.
He is one of my sleepers. You know, I ain't the biggest Notre Dame fan, but over 1,100 yards last season, led the nation in 6.9 yards a carry, 17 touchdowns. Only FBS player to score a rushing touchdown in 13 consecutive games.
I like him.
And the best thing about him, he plays at Notre Dame. All their games are nationally televised.
I like him. Notre Dame, they got the formula to get the money. They are
Absolutely.
independent and not in the conference. So if they make the playoffs, all that money go to
Automatically
them.
in.
You ain't got
Yep.
to split the money with the conference. You get the money.
Mm-mm. Yep.
Um, I do like Jeremiah Love. I think he could make a run for it. But when you hear all the analysts talk, he's not in the front runners. So he's one of those that might slide in. I mean, do we really have to talk about the front runners? You got Arch Manning on his name alone. Garrett
Yeah.
Nussmeier, he proved that he's a good quarterback, and LSU, they got that SEC schedule. All he got, and he's got Barry and Brown from Pearl Cone to throw to, one of the fastest guys in college football this year.
I put Garrett Nussmeier as number one. I'm trying to calm the hype for Arch Manning. I'm trying individually. I'm trying to calm it because if this guy don't come out, I guess it's like they think he gonna look like Michael Vick and Peyton Manning put together.
Well,
And I just temper, just hold on for 1 second. Just let's just see if he
see,
really that.
you you got the right mindset, and I tell you, his family has the right mindset. His family feels the same way that you do. Stop overhyping him. Let him be a kid. Let him play and prove that he deserves the accolades that you're trying to give him already. You can't just say, "Oh,
Yes.
he's a Manning. He's gonna do this." No, he's still a kid. he's still trying to prove his worth. One, he had the opportunity to go somewhere and make some extra money last year because he could have transferred out, been a starter somewhere, but he committed to Texas. He stayed behind Quinn Ewers. He played sparingly
Mm-hmm.
when the opportunity came up. He came back for his junior year, and from my understanding with his family talking, he's gonna stay for his senior year. He's not supposedly he's not even gonna come out this year. They
Yeah,
want him to
I
get
don't.
his
That's the way
degree.
they're talking. Mm-hmm.
They know what's up.
Which I like. And they may also see the teams that need a quarterback this season, and they may not just be favorable for Arch.
Well, uh, they might end up wanting another Manning down there in New Orleans.
Yeah, because what they drafted, never mind.
Loud.
Uh, never mind.
uh, then of course Cade
I like
Klubnik.
that you said, yeah, I said I got K Klubnik. The thing about Gary Nussmeier, what I was going to say, he threw for the second most yards in SEC history last year. Also, he had 29 touchdowns. The thing that's killing Gary Nussmeier, he got to lower his interceptions. Got to do that. I think they at least got to go to the championship game, and he got to have at least similar to the same season. Maybe not as many yards, but just cut down on those interceptions. And if LSU can stay, I'm gonna say stay top 10. I think he got a really good shot.
Yeah, and like I said, yeah, Barry and Brown, he's a track star, so he's gonna be your deep threat and help keep defenses
Mm-hmm.
honest. So you send him on that fly route, you're gonna have somebody open underneath.
Yep.
Keep him honest. Then of
You
course
said K
Jeremiah
Klubnik
Smith.
too, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Had a
Yeah, I
hell
think
of a season last year. Now that I'm looking at it,
who Klubnik
yeah.
or Nussmeier? Uh, Klubnik's
No,
becoming a leader.
Klubnik.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's becoming a true leader. So you hit on it if you want to.
No, I wrote in my notes, which I said earlier, they got him projected as the top overall pick in the draft. He had over 3,600 yards, 36 touchdowns. Uh, he turned mobile last year, ran for a career high 463 yards and another 7 touchdowns. Uh, I think he gonna step up. I think if he plays at this level or even better, Clemson gonna be a juggernaut with that defense. So
Yep.
I'm big on Clay Cade Klubnik. His name, you can't say it 3 times fast, but he's still a pretty good quarterback.
So you mentioned SMU earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye on Kevin Jennings. I wouldn't say he's a sleeper. I would say more he's more of a contender. If they have a
He
good
had a hell of a
season, his
season
name would be
last year.
right in there.
Mm-hmm. I like
Illinois'
that.
Luke Altmaier, his name might be in there. Jaden, how you say that boy's name from USA, USC? Jaden Mayava.
I guess. We didn't
Man,
say Drew Aller.
we did not. We did not.
He got a
But
lot of pressure on him this year.
um, I'll say Drew Aller was one of my sleepers because I
Got a
mean,
lot of pressure on him.
a lot of times when you look at Penn State, you look at them as a whole. You don't look at the individual names anymore because they're usually good all the way around, and you don't have that real star power, and they don't put a
Mm-hmm.
whole lot of pressure on just one individual with that team. But yeah, I do have him as a sleeper.
My last one, if I was to give you a sleeper, we talked about him earlier. Depending on how that quarterback play, Ryan Williams. You know it's hard. I don't know if a wide receiver has ever won the Heisman. Did Keyshawn Johnson win the Heisman Trophy?
Devontae Smith, Alabama, baby. Come on
Yeah,
now.
I remember him.
Yeah,
But previous to him, is he the only one? Did Keyshawn win it?
I don't think
I
Keyshawn
can't
won it.
remember. But I think he was up there. Larry Fitzgerald was up there. Calvin Johnson was up there. But I know Larry Fitzgerald and Calvin Johnson didn't win. If Keyshawn didn't, Devontae Smith is the only one. But Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith, they legit candidates.
You got me wanting to know now.
By Keyshawn Johnson.
Nah, wide receiver. Period.
Well, if it wasn't Keyshawn, it was only Devontae Smith because I can pretty much run through the rest of them. The rest of them been quarterbacks and running back.
They pretty much have been quarterbacks, running backs.
Yeah, I know in the '90s it was running backs and quarterbacks, and I think recently it's just been quarterback.
I don't think there is Desmond Howard. Yep.
Yep, and he
Tim
got that off pretty much kick return.
returning. Tim Brown.
Now, if you want to say, do we include Travis Hunter in that? He did
No, we
play
don't.
wide receiver.
He won that off of being versatile and playing both sides of the ball.
Okay, so
Um, yeah. Other than that, it was just Tim Brown, and because you don't count Charles Woodson because he was mainly a DB, but he won enough playing both sides of the ball.
hmm
Uh,
can I ask you, as a Tennessee fan,
yes.
are you mad that Charles Woodson won that Heisman Trophy over Peyton Manning?
I can't say that I'm mad. Although
I
I
know a
think
lot of UT fans that think Peyton Manning should have won that Heisman over Charles Woodson.
I think Peyton Manning had a season worthy of a Heisman Trophy, but at the same time, I think Charles Woodson did earn it.
That's how I'm with you.
Yeah. I mean,
And
you
and
know,
and sometimes it's just gonna happen that way. If you look back at that year, Chris Winkie won the Heisman Trophy, or Josh Heupel, or one of those won the Heisman Trophy. I'm sure you can look back and be like, nah, because I think Adrian Peterson came in second, and he was a freshman. And I for sure thought Adrian Peterson was gonna win that Heisman that year. I forgot who won that year, but it may have been the year. No, it wasn't Johnny Manziel. I don't
so
think so.
here's the thing
But
with
anyway,
here's the thing with most Tennessee fans, and I get it. I love my team through and through, but there's only one person second to God, and that's Peyton Manning. So you
as
see
a
why they had
UT
him up there.
fan, yes, it's it's people that really think Peyton Manning won him that national championship and not T. Martin.
Hey man, you know what? I get mad at those folks. Y'all do realize Peyton. Y'all do realize Peyton was gone, right?
He was gone.
Golly. So my number one sleeper, the dog horse. Somebody's gonna come out of nowhere and might be in the running. Blake Hovarth from Navy.
You damn sure pulled that one out your ass. That's why you sat up. You had to
Hey,
pull back and you had to reach back after that one.
last year he had 30 total touchdowns, 17 rushing, 13 passing.
Hey,
They
I'm
got
with it.
they got a path to win a pretty good amount of games, and if they surprise a couple of folks, his name might be in there mentioned. And if he capitalized on those stats from last year and get up there, then
hmm
you might hear his name late. And if you look back at the Heisman the past few years, it's not always the front runners that's in the mix at the end. You got a couple of dog horses.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I'm looking forward to this season. We're not even done with the show, but I'm excited about what's finna go on, which actually segues into our next topic, which is three things that we'll be watching for.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got a good three.
Uh, I, knowing you and the research you put into uh, before we get into that, I like how we put our show format together now, but we don't show each other our notes anymore. That way, it makes the show a little more interesting in my eyes. Cause I be going through the week, thing, man. Is she gonna talk about this?
I do the same. Yep.
What up, Javon?
Okay, so give me One of you. It's no particular order, but give me one of yours. Let's see if
You
we got
probably got
anything
this
in
one.
common.
You probably got at least one of my top three. My number one thing that I am looking forward to this year is the official week one.
I did not put that on there,
The
but
official week one.
all those ranked games,
Man. All right.
yeah.
So this game really don't matter, but you got Syracuse. They're gonna test Tennessee early. You got
Hmm.
Texas and Ohio State, which comes on at the same time as the Tennessee game. And I probably will if I'm not watching dual cast, I'm watching Ohio State versus Texas. That is for
Better
sure.
get YouTube TV.
Hey,
YouTube TV, multi-view. You can watch 4 games at once.
um, number 8, Alabama and Florida State. We're gonna see where Florida State is. They hit the transfer portal hard. Um, Mike Norvell. I mean, I don't know if he's on the hot seat or not anymore. But this season right here is gonna tell a lot.
He should
Uh,
be.
who else we got? That game don't matter. That game
LSU
don't matter.
Clemson. I don't know if that's week
Yep.
one.
No, that's week one. Prime time, 6:30 p.m. on ABC.
Okay.
That's gonna be a good one. And
The
then
first game of the season.
first game of the
Iowa
season.
State, Kansas State.
We got games on Sunday for the week one. One of
Yep.
those is Notre Dame, Miami.
Yep. Got a game on Monday.
Hey, all I can tell you is turn your telephone on airplane mode. Otherwise, you're gonna get some nasty text about your team that week.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay. I like that one. One of mine is college football implementing. I want to see how this works. The fake injury penalty.
Okay.
If they spot the ball and you fall down for injury, they either gonna penalize you 5 yards, or I believe they're gonna charge you a timeout. Excuse me, they're gonna charge you a timeout if you don't have one. It's a 5 yard penalty. I want to see how this goes into play because late in the game when these teams or these high powered offenses they get rolling, somebody falls down and acts like they get injured. I want to know how they're going to be able to distinguish if the player is actually hurt or not, or they don't utilize replay. How are you going to differentiate real versus not real? So I want to see how this penalty goes into what they do.
Okay. Second on my list,
Mm,
the Bill Belichick experiment at UNC.
that is my number two.
I want to see how that's gonna work out.
That is my number two.
I mean, you have one of the greatest coaches in professional football history coming to the University of North Carolina at a time where college football teams are starting to run their teams like professional programs.
Hmm.
Is he over the hill and washed up, or is he exactly what they need right now?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to baby them. I don't think he's going to coddle them. But I think he will get them, the ones that's good, that really want to go pro. I think he can get them where they need to go. I think they're going to play a. If I know anything about Bill Belichick, their defense is going to be better.
Oh yeah. And they were trying to make some noise in the transfer portal when they were going hard at quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They went after Nico. They went after a couple of other people, but they ended up with Gio Lopez from South Alabama, and I think that's going to be a very good addition for him.
Yeah, most definitely. A lot of people don't really understand Bill Belichick history. They think he only got those 6 Super Bowls that he won with the Patriots. Now, Bill Belichick got 8 Super Bowls. He was the defensive coordinator when Bill Parcells was the head coach at the New York Giants when they was winning Super Bowls. They had LT and Harry Carson and Pepper Johnson and Gary Reason and Carl Banks. He was the defensive coordinator of that team. And It's some funny stories about Bill Belichick and LT, but you already know LT is a loose cannon anyway.
Man,
But
shoo.
yeah, still is, by the way. But yeah, Bill Belichick, if nothing else, this Tar Heels defense will be better than what it has been. I can promise you that. I don't think we're gonna agree on this last one.
We not. Go ahead with yours first, because mine really ain't that important.
I want to see how Deion Sanders in Colorado look without Shador, Travis Hunter, I think his name is Wester, Jimmy Horn Jr. They got a whole new offense coming in. I want to see what that looks like. Because now I feel like this is where Dion, as a true head coach, is going to come in. Because now you got a whole new offense that you got to try to figure out to navigate this season with. So I want to see what that looks like.
You know what? I can see why that is in your list, and which it is very understandable. He's got Caden Salter coming in from Liberty,
Transfer. Mm-hmm.
transferred in from Liberty at quarterback. He also I can't remember the kid's name right off the top of my head. Um, he's a true freshman at quarterback. One of the top quarterbacks in the country. But Caden
Yep.
Salter, he was one of the top quarterbacks when he was recruited by UT, and he got kicked off the team. He had some disciplinary action, but he has changed who he is and became a better person, which I commend him on that. And he's just a little undersized, but
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what he's going to do in that offense.
I'm interested in to see what Colorado look like. Also, they defense was coming on for the good late in the season. Can they capitalize and can they still stay or get better than what they were those last few games of the season? So those are the three things I'll be looking for. Bill Belichick as the coach, the fake injury penalty, and how is Prime gonna look with a new offense?
I'm interested to see how year two of the 12-team playoff is going to play out.
That was if we had a top five, it would have been on there.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Last year they expanded to 12 teams. This is the second year that we're doing it. They made a few tweaks to how the seeding goes, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of teams saw what the formula was as far as making the playoffs. So those that could tweak their schedule that didn't have it in stone before the season made a few adjustments to their schedule trying to make it to the playoffs.
Before we get to the coaches on the hot seat, man, I want to say this: NIL has its bad, but I'm gonna look at it from the positive. It has brought so much parity to college football that you really don't know. Week on week basis, anybody can beat anybody now,
Hmm.
and it makes for such a better product.
It does. I mean, if you put all the off field stuff that's behind NIL aside and put all the on field stuff and competition in the forefront, college football is where it's at right now.
It's where it's at. It's where it's at, man. And I can't wait. I'm a Nebraska fan. I ain't expecting too much. They expect us to have a good season. I don't know what a good season is. I got to get over the '90s Nebraska because that's not happening. That's dead. We're not doing that no more. But
You ain't got no Tommy Frazier, you ain't got no Eric Crouch,
nah, we ain't got that no more.
no Lawrence Phillips.
Yeah, I'm sad,
Hey
but
man,
it's
I think
okay.
we timing this show pretty good. We're gonna go over a few minutes because of this last subject, but we're gonna get y'all out of here in a little bit so y'all go watch this preseason football. But we
Most
got
definitely, y'all can see how Tyler Suck finna do for New Orleans. I
Slaw
hope he
man.
does better today. I hope he does better today. I will say that.
I want
But
to see
if he
Spencer
sucks
Rattler do
today,
good.
I think he's gonna be that QB1.
Yeah,
But I tell you, the Giants, boy, they sure damn may have one in Jackson Dart over there.
man.
Goodness
Yep.
gracious.
I'm trying to figure out which quarterback is gonna be. Jameis Winston might end up in New Orleans after all.
He may. He may.
And it's not that he's doing bad. It's just that the way Jackson Dart is playing, it makes him expendable.
It does. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Unless they get rid of the what is it, Tommy DeVito?
DeVito gone. You know they only keep it 3 quarterbacks. You can't
Well,
put
yeah, I'm saying if
you
DeVito is still there, they may keep Winston. Wilson. Nah, James Winston got to
Ja-
go.
Jameis is gone. And you can't put Jameis or Jackson Dart on the practice squad because one, Jackson Dart, somebody will pick him straight up,
Nah,
and he was
Jackson
and
Dart.
he was first round. You can't put him on the practice squad. There's no way.
Nah, he'll be the backup
Anyway, let's
for
get
sure.
into these college coaches that are on the hot seat.
I know we're not going to agree on these.
We are not.
I got three.
You know me. I overdo shit.
You got 20.
Nah, I don't even have 20. I've got a list of. I had to narrow my list down. This was a hard one. It really was. This was probably the hardest part of this whole show for me. Narrowing down coaches on the hot seat. I got a list of 10 names of coaches that I think are on the hot seat, and Mike Norvell don't even show up on this list.
Nah, he's not on my list either of three. But his seat, it should be preheating at about 350 right now.
Give me yours. Let's see if they show up on my list.
Brian Kelly is number one.
He did not show up on my list.
2-6 in the last 2 years versus AP top 25 teams. No playoff appearances. Three straight opening game losses. Has made a bunch of controversial comments that is making the LSU fans grow a little cold on him. The only thing, one of the things that's helping save his job, he has a 51.7 million dollar buyout if they was to let him go.
I knew where you were going with that.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that's keeping him. And if you look back, if I told you, if you play fantasy football and you watch NFL, if I told you he had a team where Jaden Daniels was the quarterback and his two wide receivers was Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr., and they didn't at least make the playoffs, you would look at me like I was crazy.
You could have Vanderbilt's defense and make the playoffs with that team.
That's all I'm saying. So he is on my list.
It's crazy. I got how is any one of your other coaches in the SEC?
Yes.
Let me get that one real quick.
No, 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 no. I'm sorry. No, he hasn't. No, he's not.
Okay, so
Nope.
I had one, two, three, four. I had four names from the SEC
I know
on
two
my
of them.
list.
Is one of them Hugh Freeze?
One of them two threes.
I can't think of his name. Arkansas head coach.
Sam Pittman.
There you go.
I also got Brent Venables and Billy Napier on that list.
He was the one. Brent Venables. I took him
Yep.
off. I didn't want to make my list too long. He was one. I had Oklahoma as an overrated team, and he was my coach on the hot seat.
Yep.
So I'm with you on that one. Yep.
Yep. Yep. It's the SEC, and in the SEC you got to win.
Yeah.
And the players that they're trying to put around him, he hasn't done anything with. Then you got Billy Napier. He rebounded last year because last year he was on the hot seat. Um,
He was
he
real
won
hot.
he won a couple of key games, which made them not exercise that buyout. But he's still
Hmm.
there. He's still on the hot seat. Sam Pittman, he just ain't it.
Yeah, he not it.
Hugh Freeze just ain't it. That
Mm.
seat warming up. Back to back 7 loss campaigns.
The problem I feel like with out of all those, why I took Brent Venables, I feel like they are going to become like Nebraska is in the Big Ten. I don't think, especially in the SEC, when you was in the Big 12, you was getting all those recruits.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna get them no more. You in the SEC, you got to come with it. Like you're gonna have to come to Florida and Texas, and you're gonna have to go get some hogs, big dog. It's not going that whatever worked in the Big 12. This is a whole different monster over here in the SEC. I don't think they're going to evolve as quick as well. They not. I can say that now. They didn't evolve as quick as Texas did. Texas fits the SEC mode.
Texas went out and spent some money too.
They went out and spent some money. I don't know. I don't know if Oklahoma gonna be able to do it. This made me the new normal for Oklahoma, and it's hard to adjust to. Believe me, as a
Mm-hmm.
Cornhusker fan, it's hard. It's hard. But I'm 1,000% with you on so far on what you done said. But go ahead.
So before we hit your other two, I've got two coaches from the Big Ten, two coaches from
Me
the
too.
Big 12, one coach from the Conference USA, and one coach from the MAC. Does that fit any
Do
of
I,
your huh?
my last two are from the Big Ten.
Lincoln Riley or Luke Fickle?
Lincoln Riley is one.
Okay. I had
Lincoln
Luke
Riley.
Fickle
Since
on my
Caleb
list.
Williams has left, I'll tell you about Lincoln Riley. Since Caleb Williams has left, USC has a record of 15-9. They have an inability to win close games. They lost. They got 5 losses last season, coming from one-score games. They are 2-7 in the last 2 seasons versus AP top 25 teams. When we talk about money, if you want to buy this man out, you got to buy him out for $80 million minimum. He ain't going nowhere.
It's it's cheaper to put that little 80 million into some players to make him look better.
Yes. So Lincoln Riley, he will be there.
I had Luke Fickle on there. Did you have him
Okay. Is
from
that
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin?
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, he had a stellar run in Cincinnati. It just hadn't translated to Wisconsin yet.
Nah, it ain't him.
I mean, he's 13-13 after 2 seasons.
Oh,
He
you're
had
not wrong.
he had a 5 and
This
7
this
campaign. He snapped the program's 2 decade bowl streak. I mean, it's warming up out there.
yeah, you're not wrong. The one I picked, his seat may not be as hot as others. They may be preheating the oven to about 200.
Uh oh,
That's why.
slow
I
cooker.
picked James Franklin.
Ooh,
Tell you
okay,
why.
okay.
If you at Michigan or if you at Ohio State, the number one thing you got to do if you at Michigan is what?
Beat Penn State.
No, you got to beat Ohio State.
Well, I mean, yeah, that too, but you got to beat Penn
And
State
if you
too.
at Ohio State, the number one thing you got to do is beat Michigan.
Yeah,
That's the number one rivalry in sports. At Penn State, he can't do either. And it's costing him everything. So I said his seat is not hot, but it's warm. Since 2014, he's 1-15 against top 5 teams.
I
Not
didn't.
that's including Michigan
I
and
didn't pay attention to that.
Ohio State. So he's 1-15 against AP top 5 schools. He has not won a Big Ten championship in 10 years. This will be the 10th year. Since 2014, since he got there, he's 5-15 against Ohio State and Michigan. He got an easy schedule this season. He don't play Michigan, but he does play Ohio State. They are the preseason number 2. This is the best team. They say this is his best team he's had in a long time.
Man, it seemed like it was just
Uh,
last week. He was at Vanderbilt.
exactly. So they got an easy schedule this season. They play 3 ranked games. They got Oregon at home, which it's hard to go to Death Valley. Is it Happy Valley for them?
Uh, I think they
Because
call it
Death Valley is Clemson, right?
Death Valley is Clemson and LSU.
Okay, so Happy Valley is Penn
Yeah,
State.
I believe so.
Okay. So they got Oregon at home. They got to play Ohio State at Columbus, and they got Indiana at home.
If he loses to Indiana,
This
he
is
might
they.
be out.
If you lose to Indiana, he might be out. This is their highest preseason rank since 1997. That's almost 30 years. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. James Franklin is a good coach, hell of a coach, probably one of the best coaches in college football. But once you start knocking on the door, eventually they're gonna want you to come in the door. And if you can't get in the door, which if you just beat Michigan and Ohio State, you in there. You in the door. You went to the college football playoff last year. You lost to Georgia. But that 1-15 against AP top five, that looks very, very ugly.
Okay, I can agree. I can agree. I'm gonna give you these other names. We don't have to go into detail about it, but
Mm-hmm.
the other names, Big 12 names I had on the list was Mike Gundy at Oklahoma State, Scott Satterfield at Cincinnati. I had Sonny Cumby from Louisiana Tech from Conference USA, and then Joe Moorhead from Akron in the MAC.
I thought about Mike Gundy.
He's one of those that don't want to conform to the NIL era, and it's hurting him.
Mm-hmm. Brent Venables and Mike Gundy. If I had a top five, that would have been 4 and 5.
Okay. I mean, we somewhere around the same wavelength. I like it.
I'm gonna throw a name out to you, and you tell me does his seat have any heat on it at all? Kalen DeBoer.
I think most of his heat is coming from the fans.
Fans.
Um,
Yep.
Once you lose a guy like Nick Saban, who brought your team back to glory, the next man that comes in, he's always got a target on his back.
It's hard.
That's just like when Philip Fulmer left. It wasn't easy for anybody to come in and do that job because Philip Fulmer was king to a lot of Tennessee fans, and Tennessee fans was barking, 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 and as long as they're barking, somebody's listening.
Tom Osborne. We still ain't replaced him.
Hey, and you had some good candidates come in there and could not do the job.
Bobby
So
Bowden, Florida State.
hey, had some good candidates come in but couldn't do the job. When the
It's
king of your program leave, it's hard to live up to the height or the standard that has been set before you. So as long as they fans are
Pete
barking, there's some
Carroll,
heat.
USC.
As long as they fans are barking, there's gonna be
Yes.
some heat to that seat.
One more, Steve Spurrier, Florida.
Yeah, yeah, ain't been the same.
And they have not been the same.
Yeah,
Man,
that
this was a it, ooh, man, this
I
show
love,
got me
I love,
ready for college
I
football.
love the insight, man. If you don't have enough info right now to look forward to college football, you wasn't paying attention. It's amazing.
I tell you, man, I'm not a Notre Dame fan. I think Notre Dame ranked number 5, if I ain't mistaken. I was trying to remember it off the top of my head. I think Notre Dame is number 5. I think Notre Dame got a real. First of all, let me say this. I don't like the Notre Dame team, but I love their head coach. Marcus Freeman is one of my favorite people in college football. I think Notre Dame got a legit chance to at least make the Final Four of college football.
I like what he's doing with the program. Not just
I do.
as a coach, but teaching those kids how to be adults and a person in society.
When you like that, I root for you.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Of course, before we get out of here, we done said this before. Lee Corso, 90 years old. College game day next week is his last one. I gotta tune in. I gotta see the tribute. Hell, I probably have fuck around. My eyes will get watery.
I just had chills go down
Uh,
my spine when you started talking about it.
true legend, man. When legends start leaving and retiring, man, you miss them. I seen it was the Priest, a Hall of Fame game. They had Brent Musburger on there. And you just think about some of the stuff like Keith Jackson and Dick Enberg. You just think about some of the broadcasts and some of the games, and you just be like, damn. But Vern Lundquist from
Go.
CBS,
You go to baseball. Harry Carey.
Bob Uecker, Harry
Bob
Carey.
Uecker. Yep.
Yeah, man. It's it makes you very appreciative that you was able to grow up. I think that was the golden era of sports.
Yep.
But I will say this: I think we are getting to another golden era in sports right now. If you didn't watch the NBA playoffs this year, it was probably the best NBA playoffs in years. College football has a playoff, and it's so much parity because of the NIL now.
Yep.
That everybody, legit, everybody, seriously, for real, everybody has a chance.
The baseball hype is back.
The baseball hype is unreal. Me and my brother, we sit there, we watch baseball, we play baseball on the game. Baseball hype is real. The Dodgers and the Padres right now, I'm intrigued on that because they battling.
The Brew Crew is good for
College
once.
basketball. Who?
The Brew Crew, the Brewers, they good for once.
The Brewers are good. Yep. My Cardinals, we hanging on, but we ain't gonna do nothing. The Phillies, the Mets, the Dodgers, the Pods. Baseball is good this season, y'all, for real. College basketball, the NCAA tournament was amazing. It's just a good year.
It is.
NFL.
Hell,
you know what I was thinking about in the NFL?
What's up?
We're gonna get out of here. All the good quarterbacks are in the AFC, but all the good wide receivers are in the NFC, excluding Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin. They all in the NFC.
I didn't think about that.
A little weird, but I'm finna get up out of here because I can talk sports all day.
You sure can. I'm gonna throw a slick one in there real quick. Hell, people started to recognize MMA as a sport now. It was a good fight last night.
And it's going to Paramount. It's only gonna make it even better.
Yes, it is. We appreciate y'all as always. We are nothing without you. Tune in this coming Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time as we give you our top 10 fantasy football avoid list.
Yeah.
People we're going to avoid.
It's the finale. It's the finale of the fantasy football preview. It's a surprise episode. T brought it to me. I think it's a great idea. We're going to do that. This is going to take some thought. Please don't think these is just going to be 10 people that's not good. They're going to be in your top 10, maybe your top 5.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to tell you reasons why not to draft them.
Yep. Now, if you listen, that's all on you. If you don't listen, don't cry when you don't win your championship.
Nope. Thank you for tuning in.
Got anything you want to add before we leave?
That's it. You have reached Network WPTL. I am 615 Parlay Slayer signing off.
Hey, man, I was sitting there like, WPTL. Oh, okay. W pushing the line. I'm like, what the fuck? Man, love y'all. See y'all. Peace out.
Legends bets in the cut, got the game on lock, flipping dimes, calling shots, every move non-stop. 615 Parlay Slayer play.